Howdy folks, Tex Grebner with Tex Grebner Outdoors here, and I'm just doing a little bit of practicing here in the basement. And this here is a group that I shot from about 17 yards into the block, and I'm using Carbon Express Rebel Hunters 28 inches with blazers, helical fletched. I did that with a Vital Bow Gear Pentagon with a Martin Cheetah bow and a Vital Bow Gear Everest 360. I shoot 125 grain, 125 grain points, and I'm kind of proud of that. But I just wanted to talk about archery marksmanship here for a second. You need to be able to shoot, as in practice. It's just like with tactical stuff, okay? You need to be able to do that in the dark on a bad day when your life's in danger. Archery is the same way. Buck fever is going to kick your ass, and no matter how good your equipment is, no matter how awesome you think you are, if you haven't put in the range time, none of that is going to matter. And what I have found is your pins are reference points, okay? Your pins are reference points. You need to be able to know where that arrow is going just by feel. Your pin is a reference point to tell you where it should be going, but when you release with your fingers, or you drop that trigger on that release, you need to already know where that arrow is gonna hit, based on your follow through, as in not dropping your bow arm, not canting your bow left or right, having your pin in the right place. But you need to know, it's kind of a warrior thing. It almost needs to become instinctive. The pin, that little bright spot, is the reference point. But that's just there to tell you where you're at. But you need to practice until you know where that arrow's going. And when you add a little bit of buck fever in there, I guarantee you that's going to string out a little bit. But start out at 15 to 17 yards or 20 yards, and when you can nail stuff like that at those ranges, then move out to 30, 40, and I don't recommend shooting out to 50 yards, but I do have 5 pins, and I feel confident in myself that I could do it if I had to, but I wouldn't recommend it. But practice, practice, practice. No amount of equipment, no amount of broadhead cutting diameter, that's for you rage guys out there, no amount of equipment or broadhead diameter or any of that, no magic scent, nothing. None of that is a substitute for practice. You need to be able to do it, well, obviously not in the dark, but figuratively in the dark on the worst day that you've ever had, under stress, buck fever kicks in. You need to be able to make that shot. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by practicing. Try and shoot 3 times a week if you can. I wouldn't say put a minimum of 100 rounds downrange a day. And shoot a bow that you're comfortable with a poundage you're comfortable with. I'm a bigger guy. I shoot 75-pound draw, and I get about 307, 308 feet per second with a 407 grain arrow. You do the math. I can't remember my kinetic energy. And I shoot cut-on contact Magnus broadheads. They have a small diameter, but if you put them where they need to go, the only way you're going to put them where they need to go is by practice. Your pins are reference points. You need to know where your arrow is going just by feel. Those pins are just there to tell you where it should be going. And I mean, I don't want to brag on that, but I'm actually pretty darn proud of that. And pulling your bow out the day before the season starts and just checking your sights, I'm sorry, that ain't good enough. If you're going to do something, do it right. I hope this video is helpful. I hope what I said isn't completely wrong. As always, God bless all my Ted Nugent blood brothers. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and serving in the military. Thank you very much to my subscribers for all of your support, especially those of you who were here at the beginning last year. Check out Razor Dobbs. His hunting show is called Alive. I'll post a link to that. And thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors. Let's start getting some buck fever and getting excited about the season. I hope all of you do well. I hope I get more than one this year. But when the shot presents itself, you need to be able to make it. And you need to make sure that you hit where you're aiming and you don't wound an animal, because we all have a responsibility to make clean and ethical kills. Thanks for watching Tex Grebner Outdoors.